For battery homies, what's happening? So, flat drum's talking about basically the last half of letter G, which is going to begin on bar 12. So this video will just be addressing the funky bars, basically, the bars that don't perfectly align with a grid all the way across. So starting our efforts on the 12th bar of G, I'm going to turn on my MET here. I brought a MET out for this one. I'm going to turn my MET to 154, which I've already done. So now turn it on. My rhythmic check for the first bar of that is going to be 1 and 4 and 1. 2, ready, and. Again, that's going to be 1 and 4 and 1. It's my rhythmic check. Basically thinking about all that being at about 12. 1 and 4 and 1. 2, ready, and 1 and 4 and 1. Now, from that point, I can add the 4-lit. Snares, I know it's indicated as a drag. We're going to go ahead and play that just as an open flam for now. Quads, you're coming from the big triplet, so obviously you don't have to worry about that. So if I add just a 4-lit, 2, ready, and. Again, ready, and. 2, ready, and. Very good. So from that point on, we have that triplet partial that lands on the end of 2. Please notice that those notes are not all at the same rate. When I've seen some people practicing this, I've noticed that we'll turn it into 4-lit, 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 instead of having an increase in the speed of the stick and the rhythm going from 1 to the end of 2. That's how fast it's going to end up coming out to be if I add that on. If I think about really getting the stick moving really fast for the shot on that second partial of the triplet, usually I'm pretty successful in terms of finding out where that rhythmic space ought to line up. Of course, without thinking about it too hard, because I do not want my brain to fall off. Now, our check on N4, N1 is going to be filled in with that upbeat hair to figure. So if I were to place that on the downbeat, it would sound like 1 and 2. Fill it in. Fill it in. Now my job is to copy and paste that onto the upbeat initiation. So I put all that together. First bar. And this, again, 30 clicks down, so it'll be moving a bit. Ready, go. But always following the rhythmic check, 1 and 4 and 1. 1 and 4 and 1. Great. Now that I just spent 3 minutes talking about the first bar, let's go ahead and get into the second bar. Now, as a helpful hint for the second bar, I understand that you have 11 lit beginning on the end of 2. We can think about the first 6 partials kind of being a 10 lit, so to speak, in terms of its speed. And then that's how much the speed increases for the quote-unquote 11 lit. So 10 lit for the first 1.5 partials. The last 2.5 partials are all a little bit quicker. So for the sake of this example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play all of those partials at the same speed. So instead of it ending on a left, it's going to end on a right. Okay, so when I do that, I get the following. You'll notice I'm playing everything at the same exact speed, all to the 16-note grid. The accent patterns are the same as written. I'm just transferring it so that instead of it being a slight rate change of speed, I'm keeping it all at the same speed. A couple more times just doing that. Everything's a 16-note within the grid written as the accent patterns and the stickings. Oops, ready, go. E. Cool. So that's what happens if I keep it all at the same speed. Now, beginning on the and of 2, when I had that low right coming off the first paradiddle, I'm just going to speed my sticks up slightly so that I can add in that extra tap and then therefore an extra accent. Okay, so when I do that, cool. Also notice I'm crescendoing those accents slightly. That's just more of a musical taste thing, which we will do our best to implement, but more so importantly than that, just making sure that we are, one, rhythmically sound as a unit, but two, that we're playing in time. After that, what happens after that? I get, right? So for the sake of this, you have 12, 3, can emphasize beat 3 a little bit more, that 7 stroke that's on the downbeat, at 6, 3, 6 and 3. So 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. Kind of give ourselves strong downbeats on 3, 4, 1. 1 and 3, 4, 1. 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. Just a single accent on beat 3. Single accent, accent. That gets us to 12 on the 4th bar. And then everyone else has different split parts after that. So that's kind of working within the realm of what we're going for. I hope this was helpful. Obviously, further explanation to occur in person, but this should at least get you thinking about these figures in a way where it hopefully will make a little bit more sense. And of course, as always, if you have any questions, hit us up. Peace.